Hey everybody, it's your girl Vocal with AJ Reese on this wonderful Tuesday. Yes, I said it, wonderful Tuesday. I hope you guys are well. I really do. We are upcoming our Christmas holiday and our new year 2023. It's here. It is here. It is here. It is here. So, I want to start off by saying I want to thank you guys for sharing your comments on the video, Raising Children and Giving the Village Permission, Part 1 and Part 2. We can all admit, that we have a job to do concerning our children and grandchildren and our neighbors' children and our co-workers' children and strangers' children. And we just have a job to do. We are definitely called to oversee these babies that we have given birth to and watched our children give birth to. We can't just, watch them come here and then leave them hanging. It's our job. It's our duty. We are obligated. We are mandated. Whatever word you want to use to describe that, we are yet responsible and accountable for making sure these babies get what they need. So, the work is forever. It's forever. Being a parent, a grandparent, is forever. It's forever. We can't pick and choose. Oh no, we done now. No, you're not. It's forever. And this work will continue until we leave up out of here, until we take our last breath, or if Jesus come and get us in the rapture. The bottom line is it's forever. It is forever. But the other part to that is we also have to say, parents, caregivers, guardians, whatever your role is in the lives of these children, it is your job to give us permission to help you. And that's the question you have to be able to ask yourself. Do you want the help? Do you really want that help? Because that help is going to be a little rough. It's going to be a little hard because we all have different perspectives or ideas of what we think discipline looks like. And discipline, we always think is something physical. It is not. But it's also not giving kids everything they want and ask for either. That's not raising children. That's pacifying and stroking bad behavior and ego and all that other stuff. Because the bottom line is, you're setting yourself up as well as that child for some type of failure to take place in their life. Because the bottom line is, tangible material doesn't mean you're doing a good job raising your child. So remember, we talked about the manners, the class, the integrity, the morals, the values, the self-esteem, the self-worth, being a selfless person, not selfish, selfless. So those are things that, you just can't go and buy. So, again, class, all of that plays a part, and more, and more, and more, and more. So, as I said, this will be with us. We will forever be indebted to working with these kids and giving them what they need. There will be tireless nights. There will be tireless days, all of that stuff. As my cousin Kim always say, no rest for the weary. It sounds funny, but it's true. Blood, sweat, and tears is put into that journey. It's funny, my kids, we always sit and reminisce about, their journey and their upbringing, stuff like that. So, my son always say, Mom, we's in the trenches. And he's right. We are in the trenches. The trenches is where you're made. It's not, out here in La La Land, fantasizing and all that other stuff. And even when you see a lot of these influencers on social media and different things like that, you see the now, but you didn't see what it took for them to get to where they are now and all of what it's still taking. If I'm not mistaken, the word of God tells us in Psalms, I believe 37 or 34, it's one of them. And he said, be thou not envious of evildoers, basically, and not saying that the influencers are different or evil. I'm not saying that. He's just saying we don't have to walk around being envious of what we see other people do. God has something in store for all of us if we will let him. Will we give him permission? First and foremost, will we give him permission as to how we should raise our children? God has a plan better than ours. You know what I'm saying? So, again, I thank God for the older folk. I do. I thank God. My husband said, I don't know who the oldest, me or you. He said, because, man, sometimes I swear you just as old. But, again, I have a tendency to be drawn to older women because I can glean from them. There are things that they can give me. There are things that the older women did give me. There were older things the women said to me. Some was very harsh, some was very hurtful. Didn't like the manner of which they delivered it, but the message itself was solid gold. I've run with it. My mother, there were things that she would, teach me how to keep a clean home, how to, cook and clean and maintain and wash. The house was tore up. I mean, when I say tore up, I'm talking about it was a totally dysfunctional home. But when you came through that door, you saw an immaculate house because she just believed in us keeping a clean house. But however, the heart of the people in it was a mess. So I'm just saying that, to you guys to let you know that everything isn't always what it appears to be. Don't get caught up on everything you see that's flourishing and look like it's shining and all that. The enemy know how to boost things and magnify it and draw you in and make you think, yeah, girl, yeah, man. No, it's not always that. And I'm going to tell you something that brings me to my question. But before I get to the question that I'm going to ask you guys, as well as myself, my life was extremely hard. It was extremely hard. But I will say, but through the grace of God, he had me. And I tried to make sure I'm not looking down on other people or judging other people. And there are times we will do it, but guess what? Catch yourself. Be mature enough to catch yourself and Lord, forgive me. Because I do it. Lord, forgive me. Forgive me. By the grace of God, there go I. So we got to be careful. Ain't nobody arrived. Ain't nobody that great and perfect that, yeah. Okay. So I'm just saying, even though having a hard life, but looking at where I am today, that is absolutely nobody but God. I'm not giving nobody credit but God. It is God. And God will set people in your life as a support system to help you get to where you go. But the end all be all. Some will plant, some will water. But guess what? Even in the planting and the watering, it is God who gets the increase. It is God. It's not us. It is not us. So now, and I do want to say, in God, I thank you for it. I thank you for your hand always being upon my life, my raggedy behind life. Yeah, thank you. I'm grateful for that. So, sometimes people will try to use what they've been through as a means to manipulate and scheme and get over. And I'm going to give you an example. Remember, I don't know if this was about a year or two ago, and it was the couple that quote unquote was helping the homeless guy, and they did a GoFundMe to raise money to help this guy get back on his feet and all this other stuff. And it was all a scam, and they end up robbing each other of the stuff. But see, when you start off on bad soil, bad fruit, meaning a bad outcome, and results have to come up out of that. So I'm saying to you guys, we have to be careful that what we've been through, yes, it's real. It is real. It is. What happened in my life was real. It was real. However, you won't see me going around here scheming and trying to get money off folks to do all this kind of, no, that's just that. So I'm saying that, when God bless, he won't add any sorrow to it. You don't need to do all that. God will bless you in your season and your moment. He will. So this what brings me to the question that I have to ask. What is something you have accomplished as an adult that your younger self would be proud of? Well, for me, I was a single mother, came from an extremely harsh physical, sexual, abused, upbringing and history. And just very dysfunctional, mentally dysfunctional, all of that. But I will say, and you may have heard me say it in my previous videos, that I was the child that was looked at as the underdog. I was the one who was supposed to just receive the leftover crumbs, the bottom of the barrel. She's not nobody. She's a welfare recipient. She has children out of wedlock. Need I say more? But again, what is something that you have accomplished that your younger self will be proud of? My younger self would be extremely proud of the fact that I am a resilient black woman who not only decided that she deserves everything, but actually began to put the footwork in to prove to herself and her children, you're worth everything life has to offer. How did you do that, AJ Reese? Well, what I did vocal with AJ Reese, I decided that I was going to go back to school and further my education. So I'm not just, a high school graduate, but I also went and I have an associate degree in religious education. And then I went back further and I went and attained my bachelor's degree, which is in criminal justice, and my minor is in behavioral health. And I'm also a part of the National Honor Society. Yes, I am. I also graduated to with honors, and I was a part of the Honor Society, not summa cum laude or whatever. Is the one that's right up under the very highest level of honors. And I thank the Lord for that because, as you get older, things change. You don't remember everything you once remembered when you were younger. But when God's hand is on you in your endeavor to push yourself further and do better, and it's all for a purpose, the bottom line is God will see you through. He will connect you to people that will push you. I had professors. All of my professors were professionals. All of them were chief of Homeland Security, the what was it? Captain Wham May, who's over the police academy up on State Road. He's over it. Everyone actually reports to him. He oversees the whole police academy. When I tell you God has given me favor with some great men, I mean some great men and women. And I'm telling you, proud of myself. And they actually, along with a few of my best sister friends and best brother friends, they pushed me and was like, well, now that you're finishing your bachelor's, it's time to now go forward and go for your master's. And I was like, well, I don't know about that part, but I'm so glad they didn't give up. They stuck in there. They hung in there with me. When I tell you, I am so, so proud of my younger self. My younger self would be amazingly proud of the things that I have accomplished. And not only that, I am an ordained minister. I am an evangelist. And I'm telling you, I don't go around telling people that I'm an ordained minister. Sometimes you go around telling stuff, people automatically, you got a bullseye on your head. People, oh, I could you, and I thought you was. I am ordained by God, no matter what people think, no matter how people view me, no matter how I mess up. I am who I am. I am my Father's child, my Heavenly Father. He called me. I didn't call myself. So that's the difference. Some of y'all out there are man-made. I'm God-made. People who are God-made don't go around bragging about it. You just live who you are. Be your authentic self. In your authentic self, the fruit of your lifestyle gonna speak for you. I don't need to go around posting and saying I'm this and thus saith. I don't need to do none of that. No. No. You'll get a clue in a minute. You will. But I'm saying that my younger self would be extremely proud of my older self. And when I begin to really get serious about me, not waiting for people to get serious about me, I had to get serious about me. That's when I begin to see the change. And that's when others begin to see the change. when I got serious about me. I was so serious about myself because I wanted my sons, my two African American sons, to know their mama come from good stock. She come from a good foundation in spite of my story. What has happened to me does not dictate who I am. It was a moment in time that Satan had and was able to do some things, but baby, Satan been on the run since Satan been exposed of some things. So, we're going into 2023, and that's the thing you want to say to yourself. What are some things that you want to do differently in 2023 that you didn't quite get a chance to do in 2022? There are still some things I didn't do in 2022, but I'm going to tell you what, there are some things I did do in 2022 that I'm also taking into 2023 or whatever. So starting my YouTube channel was one of them. So I am grateful to God where he has me at. I'm not holding my head down in shame. I'm not walking around, woe is me, and oh my God. Listen, I had those moments. I did. Just for years. Had them. Now, I still have some moments, but they aren't the moments that were like those. They're not. Everything is in progression. Everything is a progress. Everything takes on moment by moment, piece by piece. So it is what it is. But if there are some things that you have not started, get started. Just get started. Just get started. Don't focus on what other people are doing. Look straight ahead. Look straight ahead. Look in the mirror straight ahead at you and get your stuff done. Get your stuff done. And God will bless it. God will send people that will help you and push you along. They won't be intimidated by what you're doing. They will encourage you and push you along. And it's going to become times where there's a shedding season. What is a shedding season? You know, snakes shed skin so they can get the new fresh layer of skin. Well, I'm saying that shedding skin, dogs, cats, they shed hair. Get rid of that old stuff so the new fresh hair can come in and look good. And I'm saying for our lives, God is shedding some things off of us, some people, some places, some things. You notice I keep using those three components. Almost like we are in, what they call that, how the people in addiction, they go into these different interventions and they go seek help. And the bottom line is they tell them those 12 steps. You know, you got to start, hey, people, place, and things. You can't go back to the former things that once had you where you were. We don't want to be where we were. We want to move from that spot and go into a new position and spot. So, love you guys. We will finish on Thursday, Lord willing. Didn't want to hold you long. I said that. We are approaching our Christmas and New Year holiday. Whatever you guys are going to do with family, friends, or by yourself, solo. Maybe you're going to travel. I don't know. You know. God knows. But I'm dedicating all of your plans and everything back to the Lord, that you would be safe. You would have a joyous and safe holiday with your family. I will be back on Thursday. I will. However, I will not, after Thursday, I will not be back on until January. I believe it is the 10th. I looked at my calendar, guys, before I came on to talk to you guys. And I'm back in my calendar again, so just give me a little, just give us just a little something. Okay, January 10th, I was right. I was accurate. I won't be back on until January 10th, 2023. I want to take that time for myself, and I want to be able to just revamp some things and come with, we're going to have some more juicy topics. We really are. We're going to have some uncomfortable, but yet juicy topics, because guess what? We're going to do this thing, y'all. We're going to do good. We're going to get this thing. We're going to do the thing. We're going to do the thing. We're going to do it. We are going to do it. We're going to do it. Love you guys. God bless you. Thank you for joining and tuning in with your girl Vocal with AJ Reese. I so appreciate it. I'm so grateful for you guys. You guys make my day. You make what I do. You feed me. You feed me. It is because of you. It is because of God giving it for me to do and to be able to come on and share with you guys. So love you guys. God bless you. As I always say, Lord willing, I will see you guys on what? on Thursday. Love you. God bless you. See you then.